You think taking my money means no one will care? You're wrong. 4 days from her wedding, and $130,000 had vanished from my account overnight, taken by her and him. I didn't scream. I just started cleaning up everything, canceling the wedding, reclaiming control. When she stood at the empty venue entrance, champagne in hand, eyes hollow, no one around to applaud, she realized for the first time, the game was over. That morning, someone on the other end of the phone said, "Can't you be more generous? It's family money." An impatient laugh came through the line. 4 days until the wedding, and $130,000 had just disappeared from my account. Why are you so worked up? It's $130,000. My voice trembled slightly, but I forced calm. Don't overreact. It's family money. You're exaggerating. Another frivolous laugh, sharper this time, echoing through the air. My fists clenched, knuckles white. My heart jumped, and in that instant I knew it wouldn't be like before. What are you laughing at? That's money in my account. Oh, don't worry. I just transferred a little. No need to get so worked up. This isn't a little. It's $130,000. Do you even know what that means? Well, isn't it for the wedding? You should be happy for me. Silence for a few seconds, then low and deliberate. Just wait. I'll handle this. Another mocking laugh, light and provocative. Trying to stay calm again, huh? Ah. I gritted my teeth. This time was different. Her tone seemed to say, "You always overreact." I clenched my fist and slowly lowered the phone. I looked at the warm light in the house and thought of all the things she had done over the years, playing innocent while never taking responsibility. One voice in my head was calm, reminding me, this time it's different. I decided to watch and wait. That night, I quietly canceled all wedding arrangements. Venue, catering, photographer, florist, everything was under my control. They still thought I would compromise like always, but I didn't. The next morning, 3 missed calls from the bank appeared. I thought it was fraud and secretly smiled. I'd grown used to surprises. Logging in, I saw the transfer record. Tessa Lyons, a familiar account. The trust account I had negligently left her access to now became the tool of her theft. I remembered my parents' decision years ago. They had given both sisters access out of goodwill. I was 19, never imagining betrayal. Now I knew who she was. A thief hiding behind family. I called her. She didn't answer. I texted, "You need to call me." 10 minutes later, she finally did. Her voice was casual, sarcastic. "It's family money. Don't overreact." Laughter echoed in the background. "We deserve nice things." I hung up, staring at the ceiling, calm on the surface. Anger simmered, but I chose control over emotion. I tallied the wedding costs. Venue $8,000, catering $5,200, photographer, florist, music, welcome gifts, all under my name. I had stayed silent, wanting no spotlight, quietly controlling everything. Now it was all shattered by her theft. I immediately began canceling everything. Venue contracts in my name, balance not due, cancellation smooth. Catering handled similarly. The florist understood and kept the door open for future work. Hotel rooms refunded. Photographer relieved. He had other clients. By midnight, the wedding had no venue, no food, no guests, no backup. Yet Tessa posted shiny countdowns of her wedding shoes on Instagram. I acted normal. Tessa didn't reach out. She probably assumed I accepted it or silence meant consent. She was wrong. On rehearsal day, I arrived early. 2 days prior, I had asked the venue to change the access code. Parking lot locked, signage removed, staff absent. Tessa, in a white jumpsuit with a mimosa, waited for applause at the door, only to find an empty hall. Austin's grin froze. Their shock, like cold wind, swept every corner. Phones started ringing. Tessa, Austin, parents, even grandparents. I didn't answer. I knew their expectation would fail. For them, silence meant hesitation. For me, silence was the beginning of judgment. 3 days later, my mother entered my apartment unannounced, using the emergency key. I hadn't moved. She sat at the kitchen table as if she belonged. She said Tessa was upset, the wedding in trouble. The conversation was full of rhetoric, misdirecting blame. I asked one question. Did you know she intended to take the money? She paused, then said lightly, they thought you would accept it. It's for the wedding. I didn't respond, standing silently. That night my father called, hinting again that family shouldn't dwell, even suggesting Austin would write a check. I began acting. The next day I texted the family. Tomorrow noon, grandparents' house. Grandparents' home, neutral and firm. I arrived early. Mother pacing, father arms crossed. Austin indoors with sunglasses. Tessa sitting low, tear-streaked, no comfort. Grandfather let me speak. Calmly, I recounted the facts. Tessa stole $13,000. I had paid most of the wedding. They covered it up with lies. Wedding chanchalet. Trust account access revoked immediately. Tessa turned pale. Austin removed sunglasses, ready to argue. Grandmother handed Tessa a white envelope. This was your wedding gift. What you want must be earned yourself. Tessa had no words. Mother tried to mediate. Father complained about neighbors. I left silently. That night, Tessa sent one last message. You think you won, but you'll see who's truly believed. I did not reply. In the following days, vendors publicly thanked me, announcing the date release. Tessa's social media went quiet. Austin tried reinvesting, but lacking funds, friends refused. Their conveniences and resources collapsed. Parents tried again, asking me to let it go. I drew boundaries clearly. Not a grudge, just limits. Mother sent a letter defending their intentions, tone still cloaked in shame. I engaged a lawyer to revoke Tessa's account access and establish financial safeguards. Grandparents called me privately for tea, handing me a check. Not only the stolen amount, but extra. You didn't let her take your future. That matters more than money. I deposited it, knowing this victory was earned through intelligence and calm. 2 weeks later, the family chat shifted. Mother stopped posting, father stopped pretending. Tessa moved back home silent. Austin's mother contacted me, explaining his lies to her, painting me as obsessive and jealous. Emails and screenshots exposed his debts and manipulations. She thanked me for not getting involved. Grandparents held a private dinner. Trust accounts fully separated. I controlled my share. Grandfather handed final documents closing Tessa out completely. Grandmother gave me a childhood piano recital photo, blurred but powerful. Tessa never planned another wedding. Social media quiet, only vague self-growth posts. I blocked her, choosing silence. Family slowly returned to order, boundaries clear. Months later, Austin's mother's investigation fully exposed him. Debts, lies, manipulations. No action needed from me. Tessa stagnant. I held all resources, respect, and authority. I regained voice, boundaries, freedom. Finally, sitting on the balcony watching the sunset, all past humiliation, passivity, and endurance ebbed away like tides. The wind carried away every anxiety and resentment. This time victory was mine, not money but control of my own life.